welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, it's going to be the first Thinking Thursday of the new year. I told you guys in my goals videos that different days I was going to do different types of videos, and on Thursday it was going to be called Thinking Thursday, and it's going to be a day where I share a video with you guys of different preschool learning ideas that you can do at home with your kids. Now the backstory to it is I stayed at home for a long while. When my second daughter was born, I decided to stay home and be a stay-at-home mom because just to have daycare for 2 kids, it was just too much. So I stayed home and I taught them at home before they even started school. So I have so many different ideas of alphabet learning, number recognition and counting, all different things that you can learn, that you could teach your preschooler before they start school. And also when they're in pre-K and kinder, some kids still need a little bit of help, and you can also do these activities at home with them. I do work at a school now, and I am a pre-K aide, so I know what the kids need to learn at that time when they're in pre-K and what they need to learn in kinder. And a lot of kids, even though they're in pre-K with us, they still struggle with learning their letters, their numbers, and counting. And these activities will not only prepare your kids for, before they start school, but also you can do this at home with them after school. And so today's theme is going to be a snowflake theme. So I'm going to show you guys 5 different learning activities that you can do at home with your kids that have a snowflake theme to them. Now when you see my videos every Thursday, every month is going to be a different theme for learning, because kids get bored and get tired of the same thing over and over again. So if you're teaching them alphabets and numbers over and over again, just plain, they're going to get bored with them. So you got to make it interesting for them. I love doing things in themes, holiday themes, and month themes. So all the activities that I'm going to be sharing with you guys every Thursday is going to have a different theme. So today's video, like I said, is going to be a snowflake theme. And then next Thursday, I'm going to teach you guys, well, not teach you guys, I'm going to share with you guys some sensory activities with the kids that are also fun as well for the kiddos. But in today's video, we are going to focus on letter recognition, letter sounds, number recognition, and counting with a snowflake theme twist to it. And the kids will have so much fun doing this, they wouldn't even think that they're learning. My daughter, when I used to do these activities with her, she looked forward to every day, Mom, when are we going to do our learnings? Because she knew it was like a fun game and it was very hands-on, and it also keeps them moving. So they're not sitting at a table or not sitting at a computer, not doing anything. These activities I'm going to show you are also going to have your kids moving, and also helps with their, their motor skills to get them moving so they're not sitting down all the time. Another good thing about the activities that I'm going to share with you guys are all the things that all the basically supplies that you need to do these activities I found at Dollar Tree. There was only one thing, it was the cereal, which you guys can get at any store, that basically that's an option. That's the only other thing that I did not get at Dollar Tree. But everything that I used for these activities, I got them from Dollar Tree. And then you can use them over and over again and keep them for your other little ones. I know that, I'm so tongue-tied, sorry. I know that a lot of you guys have multiple children, so these activities can also last you for your other kiddos, so they are durable. So the first learning activity that I want to share with you guys is called Musical Snowflakes. And it's kind of like a take on musical chairs, only the kids will be learning their letters, their letter sounds, and their numbers during this activity. So to create this activity, what you'll need is you will need these foam sheets, these snowflake foam sheets that you can get at Dollar Tree. I believe you can find them in Walmart and places too, but I get everything at Dollar Tree because everything's $1. So you'll get the big ones, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna take a Sharpie and you're gonna write the letters on them. And what I like to do is I like to write a capital letter on the front, and then on the back of that same snowflake, I like to put the lowercase letter. Because not also would I be using these to teach them the uppercase, but I'll be teaching them the lowercase as well. And also what you want to do is you want to get a second set of snowflakes as well, so that you can write numbers on them as well. So this is another pattern that I had, and I wrote the numbers on these as opposed to the other ones where I write the letters on them. So what you'll do is you'll get your big snowflakes and you will put them in a circle, kind of like musical chairs. Well, musical chairs, you kind of like put them against each other, but in this instant, you're going to take all the snowflakes and you're going to put them in a circle on your floor. You're going to play the music and have your child walk around to each snowflake. Now, when the music stops, instead of that child getting out, whichever snowflake they land on, they have to pick it up, and if it's, let's say you're doing the letters, they have to tell you what letter that is and the sound. So what letter is that? A. And what sound does the A make? A. And give me a letter that starts with the word A. Apple. Good job. Now, when your kid is first learning the letters and sound, you would probably want to tell them, when you play this game, you probably want to go through the letters with them. So when they land on, let's say, the letter B, you want them to pick it up and you'll tell them that this is the letter B and it makes the B sound for bat. And then you can keep doing that until they know it themselves. So then the next time you ever play this game with them, when they land on the letter B, you ask them, well, what letter is that? And then they'll tell you the letter B, and you'll be like, okay, well, what sound does it make? And then they'll tell you the sound. So you keep this game going until all the letters are gone, and they have to tell you every letter and the letter sound. So it kind of makes it fun for them. It keeps them moving. You have the music, it gets them to dance and move around, and then they're telling you their letters and their letter sounds. And also you can ask them, what word can you think of that starts with this? Like B is for, bat. And they will start letting you know what letters, what words start with that letter. So like I said, at the beginning, you want to work with them and do kind of tell them the letters and the letter sounds and kind of give them ideas on words. But then after, they played it so much, they can start telling you, and you can test their knowledge of what they know. The same thing will happen when you do the numbers. You put all the snowflakes with the numbers on a circle, have them walk around, and then they tell you the number. And then you can actually ask them to count up to that number. A lot of my kids in preschool now, they're having trouble with counting in sequence, as far as like 1, 2, 3, 4. They'll go 1, 2, 3. They'll go 1, 2, 4, 5. So they'll skip numbers. So counting is very important as well. So you can have the kids walk around in the circle, and when they land on, let's say, 5, you'll have them ask them, well, what number is that? And then they'll say 5, and then you'll be like, okay, well, let's count to 5, starting with 1 or starting with 0, and you count with them, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or have them count if they've already done it a couple times. And you always want to start with 0, because I've started noticing that in the classes that I'm in with my teachers, they have the kids, when they do a number line, everything starts with 0. So they have them starting from 0 to know that 0 means nothing, but also you have to let them know that when you are actually counting something, you start with 1. So it's kind of teaching them, what 0 represents, because a lot of times kids get confused with 0 and 10 being the same thing because they're so close together when they learn the numbers. So that is musical snowflakes, and it's a fun game. That's one of my kids' favorite, my daughter Brianna. And in this video, you'll see Brianna basically showing you guys how to play this game. She's gonna be my little model today. She's the one that I've done most of these activities with. And even though she's 8, I wanted someone to show you guys in the video how it's done. So in this video, you will see her doing all the different ways of how to play the game, so you guys can get an idea of it. Also, Brianna is 8, and so she's in 3rd grade right now, but ever since she was in, I believe, 1st grade, she has spelling words every week. And when they have spelling words, Monday through Thursday, they would have an activity for the kids to do to learn their spelling words, whether it be write your spelling words 3 times, or write rainbow word spelling words, write a sentence, to teach them their spelling words for their final test on Friday. So this snowflake game, you can actually take this snowflake game and actually, modify it for your older kids. Like, for example, I took her spelling words that she had this week, and I wrote them down on just some white pieces of paper, and then I taped those pieces of paper with the spelling words onto the snowflakes that I already had with the alphabets on it. I set up the game the same way that I would do the musical chairs with the alphabets, but this time when I had her walk around and she landed on a word, I would have her tell me the word and to spell it out loud. Now, what word is that?
Tight.
How do you spell tight?
T-I-G-H-T.
Good job. So in this way, I took the alphabet learning that she learned in preschool and helped her in kindergarten as well, but modified it for her learning now, because now she's older, she needs to learn her spelling words. So you can use this same musical snowflake game and modify it to teach your kids their spelling words during the week, or maybe their times table during the week. All you have to do is just write out on a piece of paper what the thing that you want them to learn, tape it to the snowflake, put it in a circle again, have them do the musical snowflake with the music, and when they land on it, you could ask them, okay, what does 2 times 2 mean? If they landed on 2 times 2. Or what is this word, say this word to me and then spell it. So you can always modify these preschool learning activities that I'm going to share with you guys for your older kids to teach them at home as well with the stuff that they're learning in school. The second learning activity that I want to share with you guys is called Snowflake Hunt. And my daughter used to love doing this all the time. Basically, kids love to go on a hunt for anything. Easter egg hunting is one of the most favorite thing of kids. So they look forward to that every year. Kids just like to look for things. So basically you're gonna take the snowflakes that I talked to you guys about in musical snowflakes, the same snowflakes, the ones with the letters, the one with the numbers, and you're gonna basically hide it all around your house. You can tape it to the wall, you could put it behind a pillow, you could put it in a drawer. Basically you're gonna hide those snowflakes everywhere. Then you're gonna give your kid a basket, and in this case Brianna just used her little shopping cart basket that she has in her, from her playroom. And I gave her the little shopping cart basket and I told her to go on a snowflake hunt. So she walks around the house and searches for snowflakes and picks all the snowflakes. Once she has found all the snowflakes, we come together and we sit down and we go through every snowflake that she has. She'll have the letter ones, she'll have the number ones. Normally I don't like to mix up the numbers and the letter ones at the same time, because when I'm doing letters, I want to focus on letters, and when I'm doing numbers, I focus on numbers. So this is an activity that you could do 2 takes on with the alphabet and the numbers, but you don't necessarily want to mix them up because you don't want to confuse them. So in this instance, I hid all the alphabet letters and I had her look for all the alphabet letters. Once she found them all, we came together and we looked through all the different ones that she found. Then that's when you would ask them, okay, look, you pull out a letter and you'd be like, what letter is this? And what sound does it make? And can you tell me a word that starts with this? So again, they're learning their letters, they're thinking about the sounds, they're remembering the sounds, and they're also using their minds to think of a word. And they're basically not even knowing that they're learning because they went on a hunt, they're just looking at their snowflakes, but basically you're testing their minds on what their letter sounds, their letter recognition, and thinking of words to go with that letter. Again, with this activity, if it's the first time you've done it with the kids, you want to maybe go through it. When you pull a letter out, you could say, oh, this letter is this, and this is the sound that it makes, and this is a word that goes with it. So again, all these activities you want to walk them through when you're teaching them at first, but when you're after they've played it so many times, they'll be able to tell you. And again, it's a fun activity that they get to run around the house, and it's great for like winter days and snow days. Like right now we have a freeze watch, so we didn't have to go to school. This will be a great time to do this activity because they're stuck in the house, but they still get to run around the house and go on a hunt and look for things. So this is another one that you could teach with the alphabet, and also the same with the numbers. You just have the number ones, the number snowflakes, have them take it out, have them put them in the basket. When you sit down, go through the numbers, have them, tell you what the number is and count to that number. It's a fun game for all. The third activity that I want to share with you guys is called Snowflake Counting. And basically you take those snowflakes that you wrote the numbers on and you lay them out on the dining room table and have the kids use different manipulatives to count out whatever number is on that snowflake. Now in this instance, I use blue flat gems that you can also get at Dollar Tree, because the flat part is easy for them to put down onto the snowflake and it won't slide around. So basically the kids just go to each snowflake, and let's say it's the number 2, and they'll count out 2 gems on that snowflake. Then they'll move to the next snowflake, let's say it's the number 4, and they'll count out 4 gems onto that snowflake. And I took the gems stones and I put them actually in a snowflake tray just to keep up with the theme, to make it more fun for the kids. But you don't have to do that. You can put it in a bowl if you would like. But the snowflake trays, I did also get them at Dollar Tree as well. But it just makes it more fun for the kids when you make everything into a theme. Also for this activity, you can use honeycomb cereal, because this activity it could also be a counting activity, but it could be a morning snack activity. Kids love activities that they get to eat. I swear, like when we do activities in my school and we use cereal or we use any type of kind of snacks that they can eat with them, the kids have more fun with it because they know that they get to eat the extra. So in this instance, instead of using the blue gems, you could take the honeycomb cereal, put it in that snowflake tray or a bowl, and then when the kids go to the different snowflakes, they'll count out the honeycomb cereal onto that snowflake, depending on how many, whatever numbers on that snowflake. And then they can eat the extra, or they can eat it in between. So this will be great for your preschoolers where you just want to have a morning snack with them, but you want to, kind of slide in some learning with them. You can do this activity. You can give them some dry honeycomb cereal, and as they're counting out doing their counting, they're also eating, so it's a morning snack, but it's also a learning activity. Which this was a fun one for my daughter all the time too, because my kids are like me, they love to eat, and so she loved counting out the snowflakes and eating the honeycombs as well. And honeycombs is one of those sweet little cereals that you don't really need milk with, and it's a fun activity for the kiddos. So the next learning activity that I want to share with you guys is called Snowflake Hopscotch. And basically you take those number snowflakes and you set them up in a hopscotch pattern for the kids to learn their activities and play as well. Preferably you want to do this activity on a hard floor, not with carpet, because you do want to tape down the snowflakes when you put them in the hopscotch pattern, so when the kids hop on them, they don't slip on them. So basically you set the numbers up. I don't do this with the alphabet ones because there's too many letters in the alphabet, and doing the numbers 1 through 10 is perfect to set up for hopscotch. So that's why I use the number snowflakes for this activity. But basically you'll take the number snowflakes and you'll set them up in a hopscotch pattern on your floor, tape it down, and then you'll take the blue gems that you used in the previous counting activity and you'll have the kids throw it slightly, the gem down on the hopscotch, into the hopscotch area. And basically whatever number that gem lands on, the kids hopscotch to that gem, pick it up, kind of like they do in regular hopscotch, and then they'll tell you what number it is, and then and do the hopscotch pattern back. Now you want the kids to tell you the number that it landed on, and you want them to count to the hopscotch area. So let's say they throw the gem down and it lands on number 4. You want them to tell you it's the number 4, and then as they hop onto the 1, the 2, the 3, and then the 4, they're counting on the way up there. If you would like, they can also count on the way back. Counting backwards is not one of the things that I taught my kids, but if that's something that you want the kids to learn to do, counting backwards, then this is an activity that you could do that with as well. But mainly every time when it lands, whatever the gem lands on, they'll tell you that number, hop to that number as they count with you, and then that teaches them number recognition, but also counting as well. Now this last learning activity that I want to share with you guys is called Snowflake Memory Game. And for this activity, you're going to need smaller foam snowflakes, and you can also find those at Dollar Tree as well. And I also saw some at Dollar General and at Walmart as well. But you want the smaller ones because it makes it easier as far as the memory game. So you're going to take those small foam snowflakes, and you're going to write the letters, the alphabet letters on them. But you're going to make sure that when you write them, you're going to write an uppercase A and a lowercase a, uppercase B and a lowercase b. Because when we're playing the memory game, you're teaching the kids not only letter recognition, but the uppercase and the lowercase, because they need to learn the difference of how an uppercase A looks and a lowercase a looks, and all the other letters as well. So in this game, they're going to be playing memory with the snowflakes, but they're matching the uppercase and the lowercase letters. And this is so helpful for the kids because a lot of kids, especially when it comes to the letter Q, the uppercase Q does not look like the lowercase q. So the kids get confused a lot. So playing this memory game will teach them their letter recognition and teach them the uppercase and lowercase, and just keep them practicing on learning their uppercase and lowercase letters. So those are 5 snowflake themed learning activities that you can do with your kiddos at home before they start school, and also when they're in pre-K and kinder, to give them extra help, to learn their letters and their numbers. Also, just like I said before, you can take any of these activities and modify it for your older kids, for them to learn their sight words, their spelling words, their times tables, anything that they need to learn that normally you would look at flashcards, or you would do something repeated, like where they're repeatedly looking at index card or something. You could take these activities, put that thing that they need to learn on these different snowflakes, and make it fun for the kiddos. My girls, even though they're 8 and 12, they still love doing learning activities, and Brianna has so much fun doing these activities again, so that she can show you guys in today's video how to do them. So I hope I gave you guys some ideas on how to teach your kids at home and make it fun. Next week I will be showing you guys, it will still be a snowflake theme, but I will be sharing with you guys some sensory activities in a snowflake theme that you could do with your kids of all ages. And sensory is so great for the kiddos because you want them to learn, it teaches them about science, and it teaches them it practices their fine motor skills, and so it's great for the kids as well. So stay tuned for next Thursday. That will be a snowflake themed sensory activities that you will love. I mean, all the kids of all ages like it. I'm older and I love it. So again, I hope that you learned a lot in this video, and I shared with you guys some stuff that you can do with your kids to help them learn. Also, again, like I always say, in the comments area, you let me know today, what activities do you do with your kids to help them learn their alphabets, their letters, and their numbers? They maybe have a snowflake twist to it or a winter twist to it. I would love to learn from you guys. I always want to learn new ideas that I could do with my kiddos at home and my kiddos at work. So I hope that I helped you guys, but you guys can help me in the comments area. Like this video if you want to see more videos like this, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell, because I will have more learning activities coming up in different themes throughout the year, and also different mommy videos throughout the week for you guys. So I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. Hey guys, don't forget to click on the picture in the middle of the screen so you can subscribe to my channel and get notifications on all the new videos that I put out, and check out these other 2 videos that I have posted on my channel on either side of my picture. Have a great day.